Hi there, I'm Risa Shoup. I'm the curator of On Purpose, on view at the BRIC Rotunda Gallery through December 21st. I'm going to give you all a little virtual tour right now, but I hope you'll come down and check out the exhibit for yourself sometime before we close on the 21st. I will add a shameless plug that we have a very special event on December 1st. We have a panel called Space to Create about temporary and long-term usage models for non-traditional space, largely that which is otherwise used for commercial and industrial purposes, for creative and community projects. The inspiration for On Purpose came to me when I was working at BRIC as the residency manager for the fireworks residency. And I was coming to the gallery to do some other work for them, having to do with organizing their archives. And I noticed that throughout the 1990s until the year 2000, BRIC Rotunda Gallery featured these art and design exhibitions. Most of them had to do with pairing architecture and product design and furniture projects with fine art projects. And I thought that that was a really wonderful idea, and I knew that this was the last season that the Rotunda Gallery would be located here, and I wanted to propose that they do another one of these shows, not only to reflect the types of design and fine art projects going on in Brooklyn currently that have to do with sustainability, but also as a way of honoring this award-winning space that it's such a beautiful design, and I wanted to put together a show that would really showcase the gallery. This is a piece called System of Knowing by an artist that I've known for a very long time, Justin Stewart. Justin, as you can see in the work itself, has a very intentional kind of mathematic influence on his work. This project, Systems of Knowing, is part of a larger body of work that is also called Systems of Knowing. And what we have here is like the only complete system that Justin has designed, and by system I mean we have this small sculpture here made of O-rings and plastic zip ties, and then the sculpture is reflected in a different way by these drawings. And there's actually two types of drawings. There's this black and white drawing here, and then there are these color drawings with more symbol work above and to the right. And the black and white drawing you can think of, I think, as more of a cross-section of the sculpture itself. And then the pieces that have these like candy-colored symbols are more about the process of design and other elements of the sculpture. So in a way, all of these pieces, the sculpture and the two types of drawings, come together to form a complete system or a complete work of art. In no way are you to think of the illustrations as like subsequent to the sculpture. They really work on an equal on an equal plane together. And I wanted to include this in the exhibition. Well, I guess for two reasons. One, because of the use of materials in the sculpture, I really like the way that Justin works with non-traditional materials and in a sense sort of recycles and finds new uses for more common industrial materials or materials that you might even find at home in like your toolbox that you keep for silly little home projects. And then also because of the way that design is sort of exploded by the project, and the project kind of gets you thinking about not just like the product of design, but also the process of it. And I thought that would be like a really nice kind of cornerstone piece for the exhibition, because it reflects so many of the themes that I wanted to have represented in all of the works. Okay. This is one of my favorite projects in the show. Although, if we went to any of them, I would tell you that they are all of my favorite projects, because it's true, so maybe that's a misnomer. But I do really love Rob Stevens' photo series of urban farms in Brooklyn. I found out about this project from a colleague at the Pratt Center for Community Development, where I'm currently doing a fellowship as part of my studies in city and regional planning. I love this project because it combines, I think, just beautiful photography work with content that is really crucial to the themes of sustainability that I'm trying to expose with this exhibition. These are photographs of all different urban farms around Brooklyn. They're not all rooftop farms, although some are. This project received a lot of support from the Design Trust for Public Space, where Rob won a kind of competitive photo prize. And the project has been turned into a book. And the book features photos of farms, not just from Brooklyn, but from around the boroughs. And it's really great. And if you go to the website for the Design Trust for Public Space and you look for Rob Stevenson's project, you'll find the book and you can take a look and purchase it. But getting back to the exhibition, I'm so proud to have this here because I think that it's such an accessible entree into the themes of the exhibition, and it's also really beautiful. And it gets you thinking about people as well as creative uses of design for sustainability projects. I really like that there's a really diverse array of different people who work in these farms, who benefit from the food grown there, featured in the photos. Because when we think about design, we can't just think about objects or buildings or plans. We have to think about the people that those objects, buildings, and plans are eventually going to service, as well as the natural environment that they have to coexist with and, with any hope, help to preserve and enhance. I'm standing in front of Eden and Majestic Blue and a series of accompanying sculptures created by artist Rosa Rui. I selected these for the exhibition similarly to the reasons why I selected Justin's work, because it combines design and fine art in a unique way, and also because Rosa's sculptures use repurposed, or as we say in the planning world, materials that use the principles of adaptive reuse in their creation. All of these plastic containers are food and beverage containers that you probably have in your own house or in your recycling container or in your messenger bag right now. And she has a really exquisite painting style so that the pigmentation is it's completely uniform. I'm just I know that seems simple, but I'm so impressed with her technique and the quality of the color, and that's what really drew me to them in the first place. And I was like, I have to have these in this exhibition. They're so beautiful. They're like little jewels. I really, really love them. They're also super playful, and I would love to see kids interacting with them, because I just think that there's something very, very childlike about them, but they get us to think about very serious subjects. And then the wallpaper is also, as I said, designed by Rosa, and I saw the wallpaper, I can't remember if it was on the first or second studio visit, and I had originally approached her because I saw these sculptures, and then I was like, oh, the wallpaper's amazing too, and we talked, and she figured out a way to combine them, and I'm so happy with that because, again, it's just a nice way to see the integration of aesthetic beauty and design and principles of sustainability and recycling come together in a really beautiful installation that, kind of grabs our attention visually and then gets us thinking about these really important concepts that relate to our lives and our environment. Thanks so much for joining me for this interview. I hope that I've inspired you to come down and check out the exhibition for yourself and learn more about these great projects.